It's big dog season, and you can't stay still because you want it. Mm-hmm. Talk that talk, George. You still scraping your plate because you're hungry. Mm-hmm. Talk that talk.
The issue in this country right now is we live in different realities.
That's right.
I live in a reality where I know I do not have the same opportunity as you. I know I don't.
And you know
and
that
I know
too.
Let's go.
And you know that.
Let me just tell you about me.
I'm gonna let you finish, but I want to answer this.
I'm not talking about how you feel. I'm talking about how I feel. Me, a black woman in this country.
But not in this city.
And I will run. And if you want
Look,
me
I'm a New Yorker, not in this city. You cannot say that. You can't say that in this city.
I'm not talking about New York. I'm talking about Ashley Allison right here. I got a law degree, a master's, and 2 bachelors. Probably more education than all of y'all added up together at this table, right? And I have always been the least paid person on payroll at every institution I have worked in. And it's not because...
Even in the White House?
Even in the White House.
Well, whose fault is that? I don't think you worked for George W. or Trump.
Well, guess what happened when I was there? DEI.
Scott.
Look.
I'm head Scott.
Look,
you're my friend. I respect you tremendously. I think you're probably the smartest operative in the Democratic Party, and they should listen to you more. That's number one. Number two, you and I share a comparable background. We're both from the Midwest. We both come from middle-class families, lower middle-class families maybe. I actually think we share a lot of similarities in our journey. But I think you made it, and you are the most respected voice often at every room or every table you're in, not because of anything other than your talent and your work ethic. And that's all anybody ever is asking for, is for people with talent and work ethic to make it. And that's what I see in you. That's how I see you.
But let me tell you something about my story and my family's story, is that we have faced discrimination. I have faced discrimination. I just said I was the least paid person, even in this moment sometimes, to my counterparts. It is just the reality of the country we live in. And I'm not saying, I do believe I'm qualified. I know I'm qualified. You won't ever tell me I'm not qualified. But the system that I live in doesn't matter about my qualifications.
I don't agree because
when 2025.
Oh, come
I don't think we're there in 2025.
You can't
That's just not true. That's just not true.
There's a mountain of evidence that suggests that you are wrong. Okay, let's just take Ashley.
I'm a New Yorker, so I'm jaded. I am the Attorney General is a black woman. The mayor's a black man. The head of the Senate is a black man.
Okay, New York is a small representation.
Well, small. New York is not that small.
America.
Politics. Let me talk about
every judge I appear before is either a woman or a person of color.
Ashley just gave an anecdote, but the numbers also show black women are one of the most educated demographics in this country and one of the least paid. Why would that make any sense?
Why would that make any sense? And don't talk to me about the judges you stand before. Talk to me about the theory. Talk to me about the world in which we live in and
let's
the
look
system
at the United States Supreme Court. How can you say we're not going to look at that from the top to the bottom? And I'm talking about the legal system.
New York is a more progressive. And we just got a black woman.
Hold up. Let me.
We just got a black woman on the
board. We got a black man from the 70s.
You brought up the Supreme Court.
Or the 60s.
One.
Did you know, Arthur, that there are many...
Hold on. What percentage of it does it represent of the United States of America?
Why does it matter? So we got to go by numbers?
Why is it so hard?
So we can only
acknowledge what she just said.
Why is it just one? Why is there only one Italian American?
No, but why is it so hard for you to acknowledge what she just said about black women being the most educated and the most underpaid?
I said that's not my experience.
Okay, but because you're not a black woman.
No, I'm a New Yorker, and that's
New
not
York
the way
is not
it is
representative of the rest of America.
You're correct.
That's also important.
It's also the most diversity in the country.
Well, that's exactly. So of course there's more representation in women.
And Scott, I think if you really see, you said something very beautiful. This is your friend. You guys share a lot of the same values. You guys think alike. You guys are literally friends off air. You text, you have good conversations. There is the yes and in that. There is something that says to me that you know what she's saying is true. You think she's smart. You know that she's smart. She's more educated than mostly everyone at this table. And so what she's saying isn't a lie. What she's saying is a real life experience. And so why is it so hard to understand why something like diversity, equity, inclusion needs to be a part of what we do in a system that never even acknowledged a group of people, never saw us as a human commodity, just literally never noticed who we were. And now here we are years later asking for some simple rights, some simple civility, She's asking to be paid like you get paid. She's asking to be acknowledged like you get acknowledged. And she knows that that is not the case because she is a black woman.
She had a high-ranking position in the White House of the United States of America.
Dear friend,
she is one of the most celebrated political operatives in the country.
There's a
Do you know how hard I had to work to get that?
Do you know how hard the son of a garbage man had to work at it? So I'm just telling you.
I'm not saying that, but
talent and work ethic are everything. And that's why I think you're here.
It's not true. It's just not true. It's just not true.
The other thing is, the access to opportunity is, I know you don't want to think that that is true, but access to opportunity is what DEI is supposed to address. And not just when it comes to race, although race is important, but when it comes to women, when it comes to people with disabilities, when it comes to people from different socioeconomic brackets from rural parts of the country.
I think that's the biggest issue. There's different socioeconomic brackets.
So now
more
we're
than
trying
race
to
and gender.
say, now we're trying to say that everything is equal just because I say it is, even though all the evidence.
Who said everything is equal?
Well, that's literally we're already living in a meritocratic society, is what Scott and his colleagues want to say, when that's actually factually not true.
Do you not think everything is equal?
But I think it's generally,
true.
So
But I think it'll seek its own level. I don't think the government should be telling us to seek its own level.
But you literally earlier
just said DEI is not about the government. Y'all are talking to private companies
Yes.
and telling them you can't
do
operate
it. It's
about both.
the way you want to
But
operate.
Arthur, you literally just said, I don't think it will seek itself out, because you literally just said human nature. That's how we operate.
That's right.
Sometimes,
Yes,
which is why the civil rights movement was so important.
I think it's more socioeconomic than it is.
This is why, like, when they
racial.
talk about like canceling the Department of Education, why they talk about the federal government. The reason why the federal government was so important, particularly for Black people to seek justice in this country, is because it was the one bastion of hope that people had when states took control and they had discriminatory practice laws.
Okay, but
the
that was a long
Supreme
time
Court.
ago.
What? How long ago? Tell me how long ago was that? How long ago was that?
We gotta go. We gotta go, but it was not that long ago.
I know.
It was
It
was not that long ago.
Yeah,
it was
so
in
long
Ashley's
ago.
father's lifetime. It was in my
prepped to
parents'
talk
lifetime.
Today is Friday, February the 7th. The year is 2025. It's a beautiful, wet Friday. It's raining outside, or it was raining. I think it's clear now. I think it's going to get up to 77, 72 today, 72 degrees today, February the 7th. I mean, for early February, we having some beautiful weather. It's like springtime. But that's not going to last for long. There's some cold weather coming around the corner once we get through these nice warm days over the weekend. It's going to be 77 tomorrow. DEI, diversity. What does the DEI stand for? Diversity. I forget what the E stands. I know the I is for inclusion. DEI, diversity. I can't even think of what the terms for. But in white folks' mind, it stands for racism. Niggas trying to get jobs they're not supposed to be in. Yeah, we got to figure out what DEI stands for. Let's see. The meaning. Diversity, equity, and inclusion. Sounds so nice. It sounds like something that shouldn't really. Diversity, equity, give us a part of equity, and inclusion. We're being included. Who knew it would be a horrible 4-letter word, 3-letter word? It sounds like you're cussing somebody out. Donald Trump and his administration have decided they're going to stamp out DEI. They don't like it. They don't like diversity. They don't like equity, and they don't like inclusion. Donald Trump is a racist-ass white guy. He's an old racist white man. I don't know why people having such a hard time understanding who Donald Trump really is. He's ignorant, he's stupid, he's racist, he's dumb. The people who support him are stupid, racist, and dumb. I don't care if they black, white, or Hispanic. They are all stupid who's supporting him. These women on this panel sitting here arguing with these ignorant-ass white boys about DEI and how it works and what it stands for. It's like arguing with an alcoholic and why they should stop drinking. They never gonna stop it. Y'all really think white folks gonna give up what their only card that they got is racism? They're not giving that shit up. Oh no, that gives them power, control. They're not giving that up. And they're not going to acknowledge they're a bunch of racist ass crackers. They're not doing that. They ain't doing that. Every time a white person walks into this house for whatever reason, or they come up here and knock on this door, and I open this door and they see my black face, they say, oh, it's the homeowner, Ian? And you're looking at them. They look at me like, oh. They'd be so in shock because they refuse to believe a nigga could live in a house this nice. Every time an appraiser came over here, they whacked the value and my black ass was here. When I wasn't here, the house was worth millions of dollars. When I was here, it was worth $99,000. Figure that out. You can't even. So I don't want to hear shit people have to say about racist behavior. It happens at the job, it happens at the grocery store, it happens at the gas station, it happens at the gym, it happens everywhere in the United States of America. It even happens in my own home when people come in here to fix or repair stuff and they see my black ass here. Or this week an insurance guy came by to snap some pictures of the house and knocked the ring the doorbell. And then my black ass opened the door. I probably shouldn't have, but I just wanted to see who was it. And he was talking about, so he's from the insurance company, he just needs to get some pictures of the exterior, and then I might, can he get a few pictures of the interior? I said, sure, why not? He came in and snapped a few pictures. The whole time his eyes was like this, looking at me like. You can tell, they can't even hide their facial expressions. They just can't hide it. It's just, I ignore it. Even black people come over here and shocked that they look at my home and they say, I mean, it's just, it was a raggedy old house I renovated. Put a lot of money into it. It shows well, it's clean, you know. I guess they ain't used to seeing people with nice, clean houses. I don't know. It was weird to me. But I'm not gonna argue with white people about their racist behavior because they don't see it. They don't see any of their racist behavior. They don't want to acknowledge their racist behavior. They don't want to acknowledge that there's any problems in this country with race at all. They don't want to see it. They don't want to, they just don't want any, Donald Trump and company, they want to pretend like it doesn't exist because it benefits them to ignore it. These women on this panel arguing with these white boys, waste of valuable time, breath, and energy. They'll never get through to them, ever. They're never gonna see it. They're never gonna see it. I don't waste my time arguing with people when I know a fact these people will never see it from my point of view. They can't because they're not black. They can't because they don't know what it's, they can't tell me what it's like to be black because they've never experienced the type of racist behavior that I've experienced from white people. See, white people, they're so used to doing racist shit, they're living in dysfunction, they think it's normal. They think it's normal. I don't deal with white folks too often, y'all. And you know, I keep my distance up mainly because to keep me from cussing their asses out. I say hi. I deal with them transactional as I need to deal with them. Oh yeah, you here to fix this, fix that. I need to see your doctor. Just take care of this. Transactional, so I can get on about my damn life. They're never gonna see their fucked up behavior for what it is. Donald Trump does not think his behavior is fucked up. The people who voted for Donald Trump don't think his behavior is fucked up. Even though so is ignorant as black folks that voted for Trump, they don't think his behavior is fucked up. Donald Trump is an ignorant, dumb, stupid individual. And the people who support him are just as ignorant, dumb, and stupid. So, but what's the point of even arguing with them? What can you what can you prove? But you'll never get through to them. It's just a lost group of people. You know, it's a beautiful day today. The birds are chirping. I don't know if y'all hear the birds out there chirping. They was having a good old time this morning, just chirping away. Chirp, 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 chirp. They was out there just singing around a choir session. I see the birds are back. Every spring, must be 1 million birds in his backyard. When I took the dogs out, there was so much rain. Oh, these birds are just really carrying on this morning. And I'm looking at one right now on my deck. She's just over there just hanging out. Even the birds know to stay the fuck away from the white folks. They come over and hang over here because it's more peaceful. They say, okay, you can go to that grouchy white folks' house. You come over here. There's fresh fruit to eat. Well, I don't think anything's ever going to change in this country when it comes to racism and trying to get them to acknowledge it. They don't want to acknowledge it. Acknowledge it and to change their behaviors, never going to happen. It's like dealing with a bunch of alcoholics. They're never going to change. Me having lived with an alcoholic for the past 20, almost 30 years, 20 plus, damn near, they never change. They don't acknowledge their behavior. And it's a waste of time. Now, I don't waste my time discussing shit with people who don't want to acknowledge who they are and what they do and fucked up. Oh, thank you, Lisa, for this beautiful mug. I've been meaning to wear it. You sent me this is from Lisa in Washington, D.C. sent me a beautiful mug for Christmas. Well, I tell y'all what, people are funny. They don't want to, people are funny. I think it's odd, the world that we live in. And I'll be very honest with you, I need a vacation. I need a vacation so badly because I've been so stressed out over here dealing with Earl in this hospital, dealing with this damn house. I went on to sign the documents. I'm going ahead and have a pool installed in the backyard. None of them like I'm going nowhere. I had put the house up for sale, but this shit ain't going nowhere. I'm just going to stay by myself right here, put a pool in the backyard, and enjoy this house because I can't afford to go nowhere else. Truthfully, I just can't afford to go nowhere else. I cannot afford it. I can't afford it. I got to stay where it's affordable, and I can afford this. And I got the house exactly where I wanted it to be. So for me, because I have the house the way I want it to be, it's just best for me to sit here and just enjoy it and just make the most out of something that I think works. Is this my dream house? Not really, but I would prefer to put it in the city. I really, really, really wish I had renovated a house closer in the city. But one thing that I do like about this house out here, it's safe. It's safe. I don't have to worry about anybody breaking into the house or somebody coming to do anything dangerous out here or somebody trying to rob or shoot me or something like that. I had one major incident out here since the time I was here, and I was, so we're not going into details of that. But other than that, I've not had any issues out here because quiet is safe. And with that said, I just feel that it's a safe area out here, and I'm just gonna stay put. Let's see, who's this calling me? It's early in the morning. But anyway, I'm going to finish drinking my coffee. I got physical therapy this morning. I got to get out of here. I'm already dressed. I just have to put my shoes on, get ready, and run out this door in the next hour. Go to physical therapy, go by the hospital. Today is Friday. I've been worked out. I worked out yesterday. I was in the gym. I got physical therapy. I'm supposed to have a massage today on my arm. We'll see how that goes. That's all I can do, y'all. Life is, just running on down the road. I just got to hold on and keep moving with it. But yeah, dealing with white people, try to get them to understand what DEI means and how important it is. They don't care about that shit. They don't care. Because it doesn't affect them. It's not their lives. You're dealing with people who have not experienced any of the stuff that you've experienced. You know, everybody say, well, you should go back out and do real estate, buy and renovate a house. I don't want to be all these white folks. I've been in customer asses out. They are aggravating. The majority of homes I'd have to renovate and sell will be sold to white people, and I don't want to be bothered with them. If I felt that I can get a large group of black people to purchase these homes that I renovate, it'd be a different story. But I, waste my time. You niggas like to stay down in Niggerville. I can't pursue something y'all don't want to. I'm not going to. I like the less stressful path of life. Dealing with fitness is a lot easier for me. A lot less stress. So with that said, I'm going to conclude this video because I got shit I need to do so I can get out of here. It's going on 9 o'clock. Today is Friday, February 7th. The year is 2025. I want to say I agree with those women in that video. I think they are smart, bright, intelligent women. I saw some of the comments people were making saying, they're willing to acknowledge what's really happening in this country. And they're not afraid to tackle that problem. They're not willing to say, hey, this is what's going on. But it's a waste of time trying to get white people to understand that. Because they're never going to understand it. They don't want to understand. They don't want to acknowledge it. They're not going to. They just ain't. So I'm out of here. It's Friday, February 7th, the year 2025. You all have a beautiful Friday, and I'm out. Enjoy the rest of this gorgeous day.